Two sex dolls at the same time.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, those sex dolls, man. I tell you what.
Wait, are there multiple companies making these things? Because I thought it was like kind of like a funny meme-ish joke, and now it's like everywhere.
Frontier. This is the new frontier. This is the new tech boom. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be fucking everywhere.
This is the new Bitcoin?
The new Bitcoin. This is the new fucking Bitcoin. This is
Buy.
This is the iPhone. This is everything. I mean, you could have the sex doll come out right now, pop that pussy. It'd be amazing.
So that's what I'm wondering, though. I mean,
until your homies start hitting it, and you're like,
Yeah, is that cheating?
It is, yeah.
It's cheating.
Yeah, you kick her out of your house.
If you walked in and you saw your sex doll fucking your homie, what would you think?
I would be sad. I would shed a few tears, and then I get the same model, and then fuck the same model in front of the old sex doll to show dominance.
But like, would you be friends with your boy after that?
I mean, the ass. It's an engineered booty.
If he hit it raw and like nutted inside of your sex doll,
is there any other way?
Yeah,
who's wearing a condom with his fucking sex doll?
Because it's not your sex doll.
I mean,
that's true. You don't want the hurt, dude.
I was actually gonna suggest that. I was gonna suggest that we all put in $700 each, and we all just buy one.
Is that about the price?
Dude, they're like $2,500.
Okay, this is my question. What are they actually doing? They're not like walking around like a normal human being, right?
Not yet.
But so what?
Their heads move. And
Okay,
shit
so
like
what
that,
do they
right?
do? They lay in bed. You could put them in.
They catch cum. What do you mean? What do they do?
So does my fucking hand. I want to know why I'm spending
$3,000. Yeah, but your hand doesn't have cheeks you can beat. What do you?
I'd fuck my pillows. That's what I would do.
It's like, I mean, just think about the practice you can get in.
I just want to know
how many positions can I do?
I
One.
literally want to know what they do. I want to know what they do.
Mediocrely.
It's the closest thing to real pussy as you can get.
Yeah.
We need to get someone on the show who's fucked one, or we need to fuck one. Yeah.
If you have a sex doll, let us borrow it.
Fuck it. We should be sponsored, dude.
I promise we'll use a condom.
We should
for the only time in my life ever.
We should get some new sponsors. A sex doll
company
manufacturer can be a sponsor.
I just can't imagine in 10 years. I mean, we were talking about the iPhone a second ago, but think about the iPhone came out 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Think about this is only the 7, piece of shit. This is the 7, and just think about the 10, and that's only 11 years.
Yeah.
That's only 11 years, and it's so much better. That first one was so shitty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty soon in like 10 years, they're gonna have that thing spinning around on your dick.
Yeah,
like just completely doing
like
this,
fucking
like a top
self-lubricating.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yes.
You remember like the first apps? Like it was so exciting, dude. I got this thing on my phone called an app. It makes a fart noise.
Yeah.
And now it's like you could fucking find a wife. You could fucking order anything. You can fucking do anything.
You can reprogram your sex doll.
Yeah,
on your phone.
exactly.
I'm over here controlling my 401k.
Yeah, you can operate your car.
Yeah, start your car.
Buy fucking cryptocurrency.
Yeah, it's craziness. Oh, should we start this fucking show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
why not?
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Tasteless Gentlemen. What up?
What up?
Alex?
Yep.
Scoop?
Yeah, that's me.
Ziggy? Good enough? And me. Me, yay. What do you guys want to talk about today?
Well, first, we need to, we have some sponsors for today's show, and I think they're going to be longtime sponsors. Our first sponsor for today's show is William Painter Sunglasses. No shit. This is actually a good friend of ours, but he makes a super, super, super legit product. And the sunglasses are fucking awesome. I think we have the hooks here, and you can open a beer. I brought a beer just for this.
Just for demonstrative purposes.
Just for this.
And you know
he's
what?
not even going to drink it.
Yeah, I'm just going to open it and leave it. But I realized when I bought this beer, I was like, yeah, I don't really want to drink on the show today. And I bought the one beer, and as I'm driving over here, I was like, oh, I'm going to black out tonight. I just realized it hit me.
Let's go to Bootlegger.
Let's do it. Are you DJing?
I'm DJing Bootlegger today.
There you go.
We're blacking out.
I want to get fucked up.
All right, we're blacking out.
Let's do it.
Done and done.
Well, you already made the executive decision.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to open these with it, but now I'm nervous. Because if I fuck it up.
The pressure's on.
All right, you ready?
Just break the bottle.
Beautiful.
That's like magic.
You know what? We need a beer sponsor. We've got the Trust Me
I know,
for the vodka.
Yeah.
We need a whiskey, a beer.
I was wearing the William Painters at my cousin's wedding. We went on a winery tour, and there was a bunch of beer on the bus, and like everybody was having me open their beer bottles with it, and like everybody from like people in their like 50s and 60s to like people that were my age, like, oh my god, those are the coolest fucking
things
things.
ever,
Where do
yeah.
I get them?
Well, also when people grab them, they don't realize that they're like legit.
Yeah.
They're super sturdy.
That they're super sturdy. They're made out of titanium.
I mean, they're opening up bottles.
Yeah, lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're super legit. I think I was looking on Amazon, and they have 500 and something positive reviews, or 5-star reviews, which is pretty fucking nuts.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so I think the promo code for the William Painter sunglasses, if you go to williampainter.com, I hope that's the website.
Yeah.
And if you go there, the promo code, this is for real, is fuck you Scoop.
I like it.
I asked Pat for a promo code, and he texted me, we're going to use fuck you Scoop. So put in fuck you Scoop for $20 off of your order. And our second sponsor for today's show is actually our company, LOL. is MUET Apparel, EMEUTE apparel.com. That's all our t-shirts. We Are Scum. That's the big one right now. Drive Fast, Eat Ass. That's the other big one.
Got a new one up, the Send Nudes one.
Send nudes, yes. It says send nudes, and then it's crossed out, and it says end my life, please. So
Yeah.
you have to see it to
And
get
then,
it.
and then the other,
Please.
there's another Send Nude one, which is of noodles.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that one.
That
Yes.
one's another one. Yeah.
The noodles.
Yes.
There's a lot of Send
Well,
Nude
we
ones.
should also add that they do make other sunglasses.
They make a ton of them, yeah.
Besides
William
just the
Painter.
bottle opening.
Yes, they make a
ones.
bunch
They're-
of sunglasses.
Yeah, actually pretty cool sunglasses.
And for real, the best sunglasses I've ever owned. They're made out of titanium, and I have the other ones that look a little different. I sat on them a few times. Didn't even bend.
Yeah,
I've broken so many fucking Von Zipper piece of shit.
I mean,
glasses.
I had a girl step on them when she was getting out of bed, and they stayed
Yeah.
intact.
That's a
all
valid
good.
point because I would normally not have sunglasses for as long as I've had these.
Yeah.
And they're still here, intact, and functioning as they
Legit.
should.
I was actually backing out of my driveway and I ran mine over. I was like,
with a tank.
I was actually fucking my sex doll.
Yeah, I got jumped in East County. And they stayed.
It's crazy you say that. I got shot the other day.
Funny you mention it.
They stopped the bullet.
So anyway, if you want to support the show, that's how you can support the show. If not, that's fine too.
If not, fuck you.
Yeah, if not, fuck you, cocksucker.
At least turn your ad block off on YouTube. That's the least you can do.
How is it that YouTube gets away with 9-minute fucking commercials?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, I'm not even, that's not exaggeration. I've seen
Yeah.
commercials on YouTube between 7 and 8 minutes.
So get this shit. Our I think 80% of our videos are demonetized. Fair enough for what is it called? Not suitable for advertisers,
Yeah, yeah.
right? But they still play ads on them.
Well, how does that
So
work?
we don't get paid, which not a big deal. It's not like, we're not begging for money here. But what I'm saying is we don't get paid, but they're getting paid, but it's not suitable for advertisers.
I think I'm wondering if they don't take any money from those if they accidentally get placed on the demo. I don't know.
I don't know either,
Yeah.
but I just thought it was kind of funny.
That's an interesting dynamic.
Their new thing that they're doing is they're going to try to separate like family friendly from like more risky. So I think people are going to have or advertisers are going to have a choice as to like where their ads get placed.
What confuses me is none of us we're all about in the same age range, but none of us would ever see a Coca-Cola ad on an ISIS beheading and think Coca-Cola supports ISIS. You would never think that.
No.
And nor would you care.
It would be
until that motherfucker chops the head off and then cracks it.
He's like, this beheading's brought to you by William Painter.
the Coca-Cola bear comes out.
In the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Starts licking the blood.
All right, that's different. Fair enough.
But it is stupid because like it's such an old school way to think. If I saw an advertiser that was advertising on like a TV show or not even a sponsor, but like a commercial that was during that TV show, for the most part, like you pick when you buy that ad spot.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would make sense to be if you were associated with that show, you'd be at a risk of something along those lines. But with this, it's all just fed through a system.
Yeah.
Like there's no way somebody at any company is sitting there going, oh, this video,
Right, yeah.
this video,
It
this
just
video.
goes off what you like.
You
Yeah.
brought up a valid point. Who is even watching those things and thinking, oh, I'm really upset that this advertiser is associated? Like, I don't even pay that much attention to
No,
fucking ads.
never.
As a matter of fact, I either just change the channel or I fucking mute it. I just don't want to fucking deal with ads.
You know what's funny is I use ads as a break to go do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is stupid because
to go pick a piss or
you
whatever.
can fast forward through anything. So if I DVR something that has commercials, I'll still like go to the kitchen during commercial break.
That's funny.
Even though I can just zoom right ahead.
Just force a habit.
Yeah.
If you guys don't already have YouTube Red, you're fucking up. It's like $15 a month. And you get all the free. This sounds like an advertisement.
Yeah. After
By the
you
way,
finish bashing
promo
YouTube.
But and then you get all the fucking music. I haven't. When I go to someone else's house and we're showing Russian car crash videos, and a fucking ad comes up, I get mad because I forget that there's ads on YouTube. I don't even realize.
They are annoying.
Annoying
they really
as
are.
fuck.
It really doesn't bother me that much.
Bothers me, man. We listen to some gangsta ass music. Next thing you know, some corny ass white dude come up and, hi, would you like to buy it?
Do you have trouble urinating?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? I was trapping out.
Monster Mash Sunday.
I mean, just think about it though. Like how nowadays you get what I think it's on Pandora and Spotify. It's like 30 minutes plus of music without getting any ads in between.
Not enough, Alex. It's not enough.
But remember listening to the radio back in the day? It was like 15 minutes of music and then like 10 minutes of ads.
Yeah. Or TV shows, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Dude, those shits are like a 30-minute TV show is offensive.
MTV
Yeah,
used
A
to be
third
hard
of
on
it.
that.
A third of it is
a
commercial.
30-minute TV show tends to be around like 22 minutes of actual time.
If
Yeah,
that,
footage.
probably like even less.
Yeah, that's offensive.
See, I don't fucking watch normal television, so I don't really pay it. I'm not exposed to ads, but I was watching TV in a hotel this last week, and if you don't watch advertisements or you're not privy to them, and then you're exposed to it, it's really fucking annoying.
Really annoying.
Really, I mean to the
Yeah.
point where it induces anger.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was mad.
That's how everyone's feeling when they heard our William Painter ad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, right?
These fucking assholes.
As we're trying to get more sponsors, we're trashing ads.
I told you, dude. Okay, so we need a whiskey. I want fucking Fleshlight.
Yeah.
And a sex doll
Sex
sponsor.
doll.
Well, you can't have sex doll and a fleshlight.
Yeah.
Sure, I can.
It's
One's
competing.
Yeah,
one's
no.
like a laptop, the other's a
Dude,
desktop.
Fleshlight's probably going to drop the first sex doll. I mean, the first first affordable one. The first affordable one, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's like the
Se-
Tesla. What's the affordable Tesla?
The Model S or whatever.
Yeah, it's
They'll
like that.
drop it.
Yeah. So what's affordable though? Like $500 for a nice sex doll?
Yeah, that's a good question. Is $500 worth it? Because even the fleshlights are like $100, right, or something.
I don't know.
Like $200.
Are they
Really?
Pocket pussies? They're expensive,
Fuck,
dude.
I didn't think it was that much.
Guys
money.
get so fucked when it comes to sex toys. We have like 3 options and they're all fucking expensive.
I will say, chicks' toys are very expensive too.
They
dude.
are, but they're not like. I mean, if you start getting crazy with them, yeah.
They don't even need to buy anything. Just fucking go in the kitchen.
Yeah, get a carrot.
Dude, electric toothbrush,
Yeah.
like a Sonicare.
The head to the shower.
Yes.
Exactly.
Put it on that like chopping,
That's true. They don't even have to do anything. We have to make movement.
They can sit on a speaker.
Have
Yeah.
you ever hooked up with a girl that has like a full on sex toy drawer?
Yes.
I don't think.
I mean, it wasn't a drawer. She had an array of sex toys, though.
Yeah. Where would you keep them? You didn't.
duffel bag.
Yeah, right.
I mean, usually is it? I don't know, fucking somewhere in a room, a bag, a drawer, whatever.
It can be kind of intimidating.
I
that.
don't know. I think
Wait,
it's
we
fun.
didn't answer the question. How much would you pay for a sex doll? Like, brass tacks, real,
I
dollar.
truthfully don't know because I've never purchased a sex toy for myself.
I'd have to give it a dry run first or a lubricated run, I guess. I don't know.
That's a good question. I mean, you get to test drive a car,
Yeah.
and that's an investment.
Can you imagine a bunch of dudes just rolling up with condoms ready to try out if this one's good or not?
Well, they should at
Or
least
do they
give
just
you-
have the pussy?
Yeah, they should at least be a. You can buy the box. The box
box,
of pussy.
literally.
Yeah, for like $50. I'm like,
What's more embarrassing, fucking a fleshlight, a doll, or that like ass vagina combo? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
Like
yes,
this
yes.
big.
It's just
Like
the
a block.
ass.
It's a block of butthole and a block of vagina.
and you gotta hold it down.
Yeah.
I just thought about
What's
that.
more embarrassing? I think that's the worst, dude.
I have a serious problem with fucking just like one body part. You know what I mean? It just feels too much like a body was chopped up, and you're like, oh yeah, now I got
Yeah,
the pussy.
Or the fleshlight that's just the mouth.
Oh yeah.
You're just jamming that thing on your fucking dick.
I need the full doll.
Yeah.
I think 500 for most people. would be
500?
Yeah.
I don't
a
know.
lot, but I think it's fair.
I think that's fair. I would pay $500.
I
that's fair.
won't buy one until it has like a warm a fluid that moves through it, like veins that warms up, so that gets like 98 degrees.
Like people who have
98.6.
heated floors
Yeah,
in their
like
bathrooms.
Well, wouldn't
Toilet
you
seat, yeah.
rather have something that felt like fleshy to the touch, like warm?
I don't know if it'd be cool or like too weird if it's that real.
I want it as
You just
real as
prefer
possible.
fucking a corpse.
I feel like it would get. I feel like the novelty would wear off pretty quickly. Like you fuck it a bunch of times in a bunch of positions after like a month, and you're just like, eh.
But the ones I saw though, I mean, they're just looking back.
Bro.
Hit it, daddy.
That ass,
from
dude.
across the room. I mean, you give that thing its own bedroom over here, and you just you peek the door open.
She just bit over. Hit it, daddy.
You say you get tired, but like you jack off anyway, right?
Yeah, of course.
So
but, I mean,
why would you ever beat your meat with your hand if you had a sex doll?
I'm not saying that I would absolutely use the doll over my own hand. I'm just saying, like anything, I feel like it would lose its luster after a bit.
Yeah, because you want to buy the upgrade.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, but I guess if you talked about it last time, change the fucking wig on it, change its accent. You know
what I mean?
Change it up. Yeah.
Reprogram.
You just change it to look like your ex.
Yeah. Wee.
Oh, this bitch is French.
French bitch. Oh shit.
So that's kind of what I was asking before. Like, do they do any? Like, do they move? They talk? Like, what do they do?
I don't know for to that point. I mean,
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
don't
some
know.
I
videos,
saw
but
have you seen the guy who's like kind of at the forefront of this? He's like a bald, not bald. He's like he wears glasses. He's
I know
kind
you're
of like
talking about. He's wearing a flannel in the video, right?
he's kind of creepy.
Yeah, he's not kind of. He's creepy.
Yeah,
he's flat out.
Yeah,
But you would have to be the guy to
Oh,
be
absolutely.
making shit like
Yeah.
that.
Meanwhile, he's going to be the next fucking billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
probably.
sure.
Yeah, he's the Elon Musk of sex dolls.
Because the one he was showcasing in the video was speaking in fucking like Australian. With
Yeah, and its head was moving, and it
Yeah.
sounded
Oh,
like
shit,
T1000.
like that.
But that's what I'm. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I don't know if I want that. I don't know.
Some
if I
Black
want that.
Mirror shit.
That is Black Mirror. Have you seen the one where the woman's husband dies and she orders the new
Yeah.
like it's a
Or you just throw it in the bathtub like it's a fucking what were those things you throw in water?
sponge?
The sponge. Yeah.
yeah, then it became the dinosaur.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she put some chemicals in there, and then over a couple of hours, then it was able to like stand up, and then he comes downstairs, and it's her husband, who they took emails and text messages and recordings,
Yeah.
and then it's able to make his personality, and then so he has his memory. It's super
That's
weird.
creepy.
It's creepy as fuck.
What's even creepier that I just thought about when we discussed this also, but what's the cleaning? It's not going to be self-cleaning. Like, dudes are going to just be fucking firing loads up in that thing left and
Oh,
right.
dude.
Like, how do you clean it?
I guarantee you there's going to be dudes that don't think about cleaning it until the cum is coming out of the
Come on.
I hate to say this, but that's kind of what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you just keep doing it, it's got to go somewhere.
And there's got to be some point where even you are lazy and you just bust a nut inside and then you're like, oh, I just feel like going to sleep.
Dude, it would be laying next to you and you just shove it off the fucking bed. And all you hear is, yeah, exactly.
Like
Don't touch
how
me.
disgusted would you be with yourself after just busting a nut inside of some fucking ball?
I don't think I'd be disgusted at all. I've done way more shameful shit masturbating before.
I would be freaked out about someone catching me though.
Oh,
Like,
well, you gotta
your
get
roommate's
the carrying case.
The house is on fire, and you're like,
You're debating between your laptop and your sex
you're
doll.
like
who you wanna-
mid fuck, and the roommate busting. The house is on fire, and he's like, "What are you doing?
Are you
Like,
fucking a
homie,
doll?
what is that?"
They look real enough though that they would just think it's a chick. And then they're-
Especially if it's dark.
And then they're questioning why you didn't bring her out and she's dying in the fire.
Oh, she went out the window in the back. Don't
get
worry about
arrested.
it.
she went home. She was just embarrassed.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. We are definitely in a new era, dude. That's for sure.
This is the new
Oh,
time.
women are going to be obsolete, and I can't wait.
I saw a bunch of chicks, like I've seen on Twitter and shit, like, man, y'all fucking get excited about these sex dolls. None of them are going to suck your dick like some real woman would. And like, most of the responses are like, yeah, they will.
Yeah, and they won't complain.
They won't
either.
complain.
No
about it.
gag reflex.
Yeah, and then the girls they're doing the posting of well, it's gonna be great when it's a male sex doll, but the thing is we don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to be jealous or upset.
You
or envious or pissed off.
already have everything you need from a man, and it's just a fucking vibrator.
yeah.
Like it's just a dildo. Like that's all you need from a dude. Like nothing's gonna nothing's gonna replace us.
No,
Yeah,
and
like
we just don't care.
Like you said, they don't even need that. Literally, a shower head with a steady stream. Just
I can't wait for the pussy stock to plummet. Like that's
It's gonna plummet.
when that shit fucking crashes.
I'm buying.
And then tens
right?
go down to sevens overnight.
buy the dip.
By the day, yeah.
Buy the dip, dude. BTD. Buy the dip.
And that's when I get my wife.
Exactly. When the fucking pussy stock is just down to nothing, that's when you go and just fucking hit on tens left and
Yeah,
right.
especially if that 10 is on the bottom rung too.
Yep.
You know, like the 31-year-old 10 that's realizing that she's not getting shit in her life.
Yeah, that's the key age, I guess.
Yeah, that's when you
That
can
makes
really
sense.
get your dime piece.
Yeah. Stock
true.
is plummeting.
That's
Time to
true.
take advantage. Buy
Yeah.
the dip. Buy the fucking dip.
I got a bunch of messages, people asking us to talk about the Aziz Ansari deal.
Like a bunch of people actually.
Yeah, like a
reached
bunch.
out.
Yeah, a bunch of people.
What's that about?
You guys haven't been following it all? Anybody?
I have a little bit, but you
Yeah.
can explain it for those who
I live
don't
under
know.
a rock, so if it ain't about DJing and sex dolls, I
Yeah,
don't fucking know shit.
Or Bitcoin.
Yeah.
if it ain't about that tech shit.
Yeah.
So for those who haven't been following, so what happened was there was an article published in babe.com or some shit like
Is that really the website?
Yeah, it's like a feminist website.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's
The
awful.
worst.
And so it was this woman who claimed to have a sexual encounter with Aziz Ansari where it went horribly wrong, basically. And it was they met at like an award show party and exchanged numbers, and then went out for dinner went out to dinner on a date with each other, where she went to his place first, and then they went out to dinner, had some drinks, and then came back to his place. And he said to her, like, going to his apartment, he was like, she was talking about how she loved his kitchen counters, and he said to her, he said, you know, how do you want me to fuck you on the kitchen counter or some shit like
Fair?
that. Yeah, fair.
She
Yeah,
left herself
valid.
open for it?
Yeah, and still went up. Still went up to the apartment. They start making out, give each other head, fingering, all that kind of stuff, hand job, all that kind of shit. And then she decides that she doesn't want to have sex with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Cool.
But she doesn't say it. She just like kind of pulls away, and she's like, no, not yet, not yet, not yet. That kind of deal. The dance that you do.
Yeah.
when-
That's the dance.
At the point
Yeah.
where you start trying to convince.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Come on, we're already here. We're already naked. Like,
Yeah.
why not? Just the tip. That kind of bullshit.
And then you roll over, act like you don't care.
Yeah.
But then you give it a second, and then you roll back.
Yeah.
Damn it, didn't work. Fuck.
Put your dick on the cheek.
Yeah.
Hit her in the forehead.
So basically, like, it went back and forth like that, and to the point where then she finally said, I don't want to do this just yet. And then they got dressed and like watched an episode.
As
of
in, I don't want to
Seinfeld.
fuck just yet.
I don't want to fuck just yet. Yeah.
I might be a whore. He's going to think I'm a slut.
Well, she was probably trying to get a famous boyfriend. Is
Yeah.
what she was trying for.
She knew what she was fucking doing.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Come on.
That's the comedian from Master of None, right?
Yeah.
That show.
Yeah, he's done a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Parks and Recreation.
Yeah,
all that,
Parks and
okay.
that's what I was thinking.
So eventually she decides to leave, and the one thing I'll say this is that Aziz was definitely like far too aggressive, not to the point where like.
Like, based upon the reports, because obviously none of us were there.
Yeah, and then again, that's the other thing too is that I want to get into is that's based only on her account of what happened. So then you're always going to have the situation where, well, it probably wasn't as bad as she said it was, and it's probably not bad as he says it is.
Yeah. There's truth in there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So then the next day he text messaged her and he's like, hey, I just want to say I had a really good time last night. Like, we should do it again. And then she was like, you made me feel really uncomfortable and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And he said, whoa, I totally misread the situation. I apologize.
Sorry, you had my dick in your mouth.
Yeah.
I thought we was all
I'm
good.
gonna get so mad, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get so fucking mad.
And so, and the part that pissed me off, and this is probably one that pisses you off as well, being somebody who worked as a journalist. So when I read these fucking stories, I watch for language like super carefully. Like it's just what I've done. I'm a fucking English major.
Yeah.
I write myself. That's just what I look for, like immediately right off the bat to tell me what kind of interpretation of whatever I'm reading this is. And the way that she wrote was so fucking obvious.
This was on the babe.com.
This is on the babe.com, yeah.
And you said that's a feminist website.
Yeah. The way she wrote the fucking article was so scummy and heavy-handed, and it was so fucking obvious. That's the problem. Like, good writing, you'd be able to be subtle about these types of things.
Or at least you present both sides fairly
Yeah, well, I'm
evenly.
just talking about like just writing in general.
Yeah.
Like, a good writer is able to be subtly manipulate the reader without
Sure.
them noticing.
Being glaringly obvious.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
she wrote, this happened to her, and she wrote it herself.
No. So
no.
somebody else is writing this.
So
down.
the writer doesn't even know really what
Yeah,
really
exactly.
happened. Did she actually interview the chick?
Yeah, she did. So what she says is she starts out about how Aziz blew her off initially from her first comment.
How is that even part of this?
Exactly.
This is part of the Me Too. She was pushing this into the Me Too.
Yeah,
thing,
exactly.
Right?
Of course.
Yeah.
So she initially says, oh, well, he blew her off, which he's a celebrity. He blows off almost everybody he encounters because he knows most people want something from him.
Or he has to because you just don't have the time.
That
Fuck,
too,
dude.
yeah.
I blow off everybody I encounter. I got $5 in the bank account.
And I'm not famous either.
My neighbors will try to say hi to me, and I just keep walking.
Just put your hood up.
Yeah, I got my headphones in.
Can't you see I'm busy?
But yeah, so that was like a red flag immediately right there. And then the next one was she was talking about how the girl was so excited about going on her date that she was text messaging her friends about what she should wear and should I wear this, should I that, and she was so excited to go on the date.
Who cares?
And then the next one, which fucking really, really pissed me off, was when she gets to his apartment. It was that he had wine for them, but it was white and she preferred red. Never said, do you have red? Never said that she preferred red. He had just opened a bottle of wine and poured drinks.
So she's complaining about it?
Yeah, well, it's meant to be like, oh, well, he's overbearing and aggressive because he wasn't considerate. That's what that's what they're trying to.
That was the stretch they were trying to make?
That's what they're trying to lead the reader into thinking like, oh my God, this guy's so oblivious and inconsiderate of women. Essentially is what they're trying to do. And then the next one after that was they were at dinner. And they finished eating, and there was still some wine left in the bottle. And he asked for the check so they could leave. And that was the other one. Obviously, he didn't ask to see if she was ready to go yet. You know what I mean? It was just so fucking obvious.
You're lucky if I even remember your fucking name.
Right?
That makes me mad.
And
That's so fucking gross.
And then and then throughout the whole process, it's all about, during the whole encounter, the back and forth or whatever, it's all about her body language. Whoa, he was sticking his, hands down in my mouth, or fingers in my mouth, and,
When they were hooking up?
Yeah, when they were hooking up.
Middle of dinner?
Yeah, during the middle of dinner, yeah. That would be weird.
In the Uber?
Yeah.
He's like,
So,
Like he's fish hooking her?
So basically, it's just so, heavy-handed towards shit that didn't matter, and it's supposed to make the reader feel like, oh my God, I can't believe Aziz did this, and I can't believe, because it's all building up to this fucking end, also this ending where she feels violated, and they try to lump it in with the sexual assault of Harvey Weinstein and shit like that.
Of course they did.
And the power, and people were like, no, that's not a power dynamic, that's two people, where one of them failed to voice her discomfort and the other failed to recognize it. You had two people who didn't communicate properly, which made a situation worse than it needed to be. But it wasn't
that's not even a bad
It sounds like
situation.
every fucking first date anyone's ever been on.
How can you know someone in an hour and a half? Think about that. I mean, you can't read. I know all you guys. I've known you guys for 8 years. I can't read your fucking body language.
Watch me fuck. Then you'll.
Well, what's also funny is when you were talking about the type of wine that he had for her, as a dude, I'm thinking, oh, that was considerate that he actually had wine.
That he had wine, yeah.
And then chicks are reading this going, that motherfucker.
Yeah, didn't even ask. What if that was the only bottle of wine he had?
What if it was a $5,000 bottle of fucking white?
So crazy.
I'd fuck him.
What if he had already opened it for himself and just thought, oh, I'll pour her a glass? Why would he open another bottle? And not only that, why would you ask him to open up another bottle just for you?
The article I read was not with a real feminist slant, but what I had heard was that it was he was being aggressive with trying to get her to suck his dick or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely over.
Why is this a story?
Yeah, I mean, he could have done better. I'll say that.
We can all always
do better. That's my
Yeah.
whole point. Yes, he could have done better. Okay, but she could have done better. She could have gotten up and left. She could have known what was going to happen.
You didn't have to suck my dick.
Yeah, and you knew that he wanted to fuck before you even went to the apartment.
Yeah, don't come to my apartment if you're ready to pull them fucking drawers down.
But that's kind of real. I think what's lost in a lot of the Me Too stuff, and even some of the sexual assault stuff, or quote unquote, I'm not talking about the real ones, but is that the personal responsibility thing. Where dude, you got to watch your back. It's one of those things, we've talked about this before, but as a male walking down not to walk down the fucking alley by yourself with headphones on, because you might get fucking blasted in the back of the head.
You're not going to the money machine at 2 a.m.
Exactly. So and I'm not saying nobody deserves anything at any point, but
by any means.
same time, but she could have at any point in that. He's what is he 5'3"?
Yeah, like 84 pounds.
Yeah, like she could have said, "No, I'm leaving. Fuck off, dude."
And that's the other thing I wanted to point out too is that at no point was he ever trying to keep her there. Like, he was trying to persuade her, but he was never forceful for keeping her there. She could have got up and left any point. He never would have stopped her.
So I'm still wondering why this is a story. Like,
Because
assault. There was no. I mean, is she filing charges against him? Is she claiming?
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. And then what's when you a story's bullshit when like the Atlantic, WAPO, New York Times, all their opinion sections came out and were like, "Yo, this is like incredibly destructive to the Me Too movement. Like that's not the way you should have written."
I think they kind of kill it with that.
Yeah.
If you keep pushing, I've seen a few of those recently that were not exactly like that, but kind of similar. Where this is not a sexual assault. It's not even harassment.
It just it detracts and fucking takes away from the point that movement is about, which there are fucking women out there who have legitimately been fucking assaulted, raped, treated like inhuman.
And here's the difference too, is they were trying to lump it in with all these like producers and shit, and which is the whole point of that wasn't just that they were being aggressive sexually, but the fact that the people's employment was dependent on it.
Yeah.
That's fucking different. Like
that, of course.
Her employment, okay, so he was famous, but that he can't change that. Like he has no say over whether or not she has a job or there was
he has no power.
He has no
over
real
her.
power.
Yeah.
And then they started going, and then there were all these arguments going around. We're like, no, it's coercive. He didn't get an affirmative yes or whatever they fucking call it.
That's the whole fucking game.
Yeah,
dude, that's the whole fucking game.
Wait, before I forget, there's a fucking app now for the consensual one night stand app or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an app where like if you're gonna fuck some chick or fuck some dude, you sign a contract that basically says, "I consent to having sex with this person."
And talk about a fucking boner killer.
I'm not downloading that fucking app.
You know who wouldn't ask for that app? A fucking sex robot.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Fucking amen,
I'm
dude.
coming in rock hard.
Or just a normal person.
or that. Yeah.
I mean, like, here's the crazy. Like, could you imagine? Somebody was complaining about the way he said he wanted to. Which way do you want? They're like, that was a leading question. He trapped her in. If you're so dumb that you couldn't just say, "Well, I just don't want to have sex."
Or I'm not coming up there to your
or I'm not
apartment
coming to-
to
that's
get railed on your fucking countertop.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, it's accountability, dude.
Yeah.
You're an adult.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the other issue I have too is people are talking about, he was, being coercive, and like, first off, that's not the legal definition of coercion. Trying to convince somebody.
No.
They're literally people's jobs. Salesmen do that all the fucking time. I did it for a while. My job was to trick people into buying something.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like a shady product. Like, that's even with legitimate sales, you're still doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not something illegal. And coercion, like, no, that involves violence or physical force. Mm-hmm. It's not being like, hey, like, this is all good. Like,
come suck my dick or I'm going to kill your family.
Yeah.
That's being coerced. That's coercion.
Damn,
dude.
Exactly.
You went to a dark place.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
your eyes roll back in your head.
like a great white about to eat. No, but seriously, that's what pisses me off about these chicks who want to fucking claim sexual harassment or fucking, assault. Is that there are lots of women who are legitimately assaulted, legitimately harassed. Yeah.
Not to mention, if that is the standard, well, you can't keep moving the goal line.
No, you can't.
That's the other thing too. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If you just keep moving the goal line back, at some point, every single one of us has raped and sexually assaulted a girl.
Yeah.
I think it's already at that place though.
Yeah,
if you read some of these other articles like that, this has nothing to do with anything. This is, just like that one. It has nothing to do with anything. This is not rape. This is not sexual assault. Some of them are not even harassment. It's like the guy just asked her out 3 times, and she said no 3 times. Like, he harassed me.
So he's harassing her?
It's like, that's not harassment.
And by the way, the good rule of thumb, and I practiced this after the only job I ever had where I hooked up with a few people there, and it was a huge mistake. Don't date or fuck anybody at your job.
See, I lived by that motto for so long.
I mean, just pussy's pussy.
But it depends.
Yeah, if you want to, do it if you want your life to be complicated. That's it. Like,
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Yeah, roll the dice if you want your shit to get super complicated.
If you're gonna shit where you eat, you got some fucking problems coming your way.
Yeah, no,
for sure.
Even if there's nothing sexual harassment related, you're still gonna have complications coming your way.
Yep.
Really?
I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just the whole dynamic, and then if anyone else is involved, or if you start hooking up with another girl, the whole thing. And then just think about your ex being around.
Imagine when you break up or you get in a fight and you're fucking bitter at each other, and then you have to work with each other later.
Oh, I've been there so many fucking times.
Right?
Because I worked in restaurants for so long, dude. Why are you still trying to bury your bone, dude? It's a couch, bud.
You're like, can you run those fucking tater tots? She's like, fuck you, Bradley.
Dude, well, I think I mentioned it once, but I worked in restaurants. I worked in restaurants for probably 5-6 years. So obviously there were a couple scenarios where I actually had a girlfriend while I was working there. One of them, she was such a fucking bitch, dude. Like, after we split, she would bring this new dude to, like, when she wasn't working, she would bring the dude to the restaurant while I was working, and they'd, like, sit outside and fucking eat their bloomin' fucking onion.
Petty as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Petty.
Of course.
The dick parade.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Fucking waltz.
She's using our tactics again.
Yeah. That's when you have to fuck the coworker.
It worked, though, because as soon as what was I, fucking 22, I was like, I'm gonna get her back.
Oh no! Yeah, that's how it goes. When you're young, you just don't know.
I did. I mean,
Yeah.
ultimately, I did. But I probably was. No, I'm not probably. I was a total little bitch in the
Just
process.
totally just groveling. Just
dude.
oh god.
Oh.
When you're on your knees, like
I've shed so many fucking tears for chicks, dude.
I've got no tears left.
Yeah, I'm not even proud of it, but I'll just admit I have, dude, for sure. Like when shit was just falling apart, and I'm like, I got no leg left to stand on. My dignity's already gone. Fuck it.
What bands were you listening to at that time? A
I
lot
don't
of
know.
like
Probably some
emo
Death
screamo.
Cab for Cutie.
Matchbox 2020.
That's funny.
Should we talk about the march today?
I saw some signs that were pretty ridiculous.
What intrigues me is that so many of those signs would reference bitch or bitches in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
Like, to me, that's the complete opposite of what you're trying to fucking do. Is it not?
Yeah.
Isn't their point to have women be treated like equals and with respect? And
That happens all the time. Think about all those. There's a lot of protests, or those activist artists where they'll get naked for.
oh yeah,
What?
Ooh, where are they doing that at?
Yeah, but this happens all the time where they get topless for. I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'm
tits,
with that,
tits.
but at the same time, I don't understand what you're fighting for. Like, we're fighting for women's equality.
Well, like
They're just okay.
Was this march the same thing as the government shutdown march or
No,
whatever?
no,
Oh, okay,
different.
because I saw that march today.
Yeah.
there was a march against the government
something
shutdown.
like that. I just saw government shutdown, just like mad people marching. I was like, it's
We live in crazy times.
Yeah.
That goes without
One
fucking saying.
thing I don't understand with like woman empowerment is, and going back to the Me Too thing, is like they want to be like promiscuous and be able to be sexual and whatever. And then it's like the moment a guy wants to just use a girl for sex, and not even like in a misleading or dishonest way, all of a sudden he's a misogynist, or or he's shallow, or he's just using women. Like, what do you mean? Like, why can't two people, male and female, just want to fuck?
They can. It's called being an adult.
Yeah. but
Not just shutting up
But
about
to my
it.
point is like the hypocrisy when it comes to Me Too is like they want to be sexually empowered, but all of a sudden, like, it's up to the man to decide when it's too aggressive, and the woman can't speak up and say no because the man is the powerful one. Like, no, like, sexual empowerment and all that bullshit is about you being able to decide if you want to just fuck, cool. If you want to have a relationship, cool. That's what it's supposed to be.
See, what I wonder is that, because I've been in a relationship for a while, to me, just from being in a relationship from that perspective looking in, it feels like and it looks like younger chicks now are way more open and into the just, I'm going to fuck and not really give a shit, as opposed to, say, 10 years ago.
For sure.
But I don't know. I'm not sleeping with millennials. So
I
really
got that vibe when I was in Cancun.
Yeah.
I also wonder if that's just the internet, though. At the same time, that's just the internet culture, and it's kind of pushing. I mean, fucking lean. People are dying all over the fucking place.
Yeah, R.I.P. Fredo Santana.
That's true. I mean,
Zans and lean.
memes about eating ass came out, and everybody's eating ass all of a
I
sudden.
mean, literally, I think memes about eating ass make people eat ass.
Oh, for sure.
I don't even think that's a
I
game.
would be curious to know the statistics in terms of the fucking shit you can catch from eating ass, and how much
I don't wanna know.
how much higher it is right now than it was, say, 5 years ago.
Oh, God. There's going to be a new STD from eating
right?
ass.
I had a girl fart in my face when I was eating ass.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When?
Like a full fart?
like a couple weeks
like a
ago.
Or a poop?
Wait, was it a
It was
fart
a-
or was you were fucking and that was left over from the
No. It was like I was coming back home. We Ubered it to her place, and then I had to take a piss. So we went in, started hooking up. I went down on her, and then I was all of a sudden I had her bent over her bed, and I was eating her ass, and then there was just a
In your fucking face.
in my face.
And you just got to roll with it. You
Yeah.
can't like point it out. Did you just fart?
Suck that shit in.
You know she's never living that down.
Whatever. Who cares?
I mean,
She does. I guarantee it.
it's
Bro,
a tough spot. You know?
I still chuckle at like a 5-year-old when the pussy farts.
yeah.
I'm like,
But not out loud though. You can't do it out loud.
yeah, you can.
Oh, I don't.
You
do
never
it out
you
loud.
never had a girl laugh when when a pussy fart.
I mean, maybe for a second, but I try not to ruin the vibe.
Me
Like,
too.
oh no, I try. Oh yeah,
Sometimes sex can be funny.
You're
though.
talking about
No,
laughing out loud. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
In that's the inside.
Oh yeah, the inside.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, I
I always do the Beavis laugh. About
yeah, like, that's fucking better.
just think all the shit you think when you're fucking. I'm like, yeah, bitch. Like in my head, I'm like, take this dick, you fucking dirty slut. And out, on the outside, I'm like,
Yeah.
Do you like that? Are you okay? Are you comfortable?
I hate how barbaric I look, and then how like average and non-rough the sex is. Because it looks like Khal Drogo is coming out to fuck, and just like bend her over, and then it's just not that.
you're like, do you need a pillow?
But see, I feel like most females now, especially, dig that shit, dude. Like,
Yeah.
they want to be treated like whores.
Good.
Like,
Yeah.
the more you treat a female like a whore, the more they're gonna be into it.
I don't know, man. I remember, I fucked this one chick for the first time on a first date, and she was like, "Make love to me."
Oh, I'm
Oh
out.
my god!
I go limp. I go limp, dude. At that point, are
And
you
she's
kidding
like,
me?
Go slow and make love to me.
I don't know. That's more my speed.
You're like, I can do slow. That I can do.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's scary though.
I'm out. I'm completely out at that point because I'm freaking out about why she said
Yeah.
it. If that's me in that situation.
Almost similar to a girl that I fucked. She said it was something like once you go in your mind or something like that. And I was all, and like as I'm like putting my dick in and I'm all,
What was it? The Matrix? What the fuck?
yeah, but it was something like that. Like once you're in like your mind, I was all right, whatever.
I'm doing it anyway.
yeah, okay.
I hate it
sure.
when they keep on like making eye contact too.
Yeah.
What do you just stare at the wall? Just rabbit.
I want to be able to look, but I don't want you looking at me. You know what I
It is
mean?
true.
Just
It is
close
true.
your eyes. Yeah, I don't like eye
Like
contact.
the glance, cool. Like, look up to make sure I'm still like breathing. Yeah, that's fine. But
Yeah,
like,
it's just you're self-conscious, dude. I am fucked.
Imagine that if you were having sex and it was all just eye contact.
Just staring the whole
Yeah.
time
There's some hippies that probably do that shit, the whole time.
with
they
a
just,
crystal taped to their fucking forehead.
crystal
Yeah. Fucking smelling like patchouli and ass. Fuck, dude.
Oh my god.
there was this girl that I hooked up with a while long, like years ago, and she just like would be like staring at me, no matter what. Like no matter, fine, like giving me head, looking up at me, cool, but like fucking staring at me, sitting on the couch, and she would just always like look at me with this psycho stare.
She probably was crazy.
Yeah, probably.
Latina?
Yeah.
All right.
And there's your
And there
answer.
it is. Yeah.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
But yeah, it just scared the shit out of me. And so after like a few times, I was like, I'm never talking to her again.
I think long periods of staring in any scenario is weird.
It's autistic for sure.
Probably.
That too.
I'll leave like a $20 bill on my nightstand.
Really?
To see if they do anything with that.
What,
Dude, you're playing chess over here. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So that's your move
wait,
to like
to see if you trust
it's
them or
money,
not.
It's money for a cab, or you're seeing if they're a thief.
If they're a thief.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Really?
I'm not playing that
Yeah.
game.
No. I've never had somebody steal something from my house.
interested.
No, nor have I.
No, neither have I. But I'm curious. Like,
What is this, a sociological experiment?
Yeah, if something was obvious, would they take it?
All right, chill out, Milgram. Dr. Milgram over here.
I mean, you have said some strange shit. That's the weirdest thing I've heard you say.
I don't do it all the time. If I have the cash, I'm like, you know what?
I
I just want to see what kind of character this person
And
is.
has anyone ever taken it?
No.
Yeah.
I take that bitch.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Next time
Well,
he's over.
they know if they take it, like, and you notice it, you would bring it up. Like, hey, there was a 20 spot sitting right there. Did it fall on the ground when we were fucking?
If that's the kind of person they are, they would just never call again.
Well, but they'd also deny. If that's the kind of person, it would just be like, no, I didn't take it. I didn't see it. Deny.
You just want to watch them squirm.
Yeah, right.
Or like mid-fuck, you're like, I know you took that
Watch
20.
it'll come back to bite me in the ass. It'll be like a huge fight and a huge argument, and then I'll move my my nightstand or my dresser or something, and then it'll be there.
There's just a bunch of fucking 20s
I know,
that fell.
behind the fucking wall.
A little gust of wind just took it behind.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's psychotic, by the way.
No.
Yeah, it is. It is.
No.
For sure.
Yeah.
You never done that some shit like that?
No.
No.
I inherently trust people until they give me a reason not to trust them.
No, I mean I do trust them.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Otherwise, I would. If I didn't put it out there, I wouldn't trust them.
Bro, you are on some other shit.
No.
That's completely opposite.
No, if you didn't trust them, you would hide it, right?
I mean, yeah, but
I'm not like taking it out and putting it there when they come over. It's just there.
But you put it there because you knew they were coming over.
I put it there because I don't carry cash on me, and I use it to get fucking rolls of quarters for laundry.
No, you just said you put it there to test this theory.
No, I leave it there. I leave it there. I leave it there.
Oh, this is even crazier. No, hold on. So if people are coming over, you start stashing your fucking goods. He's like, fuck, I got a 20 over there. He's
like a squirrel stashing acorns.
He's like, that iPhone
winter.
4, let me put this back in the closet.
No. I leave shit out. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I just never. I usually trust people. I don't
trust people, but I don't automatically think that they're all fucking thieves. But I don't really trust.
If I was concerned, if I really thought they were a thief, then I wouldn't leave it there.
If I really thought some chick
house.
I was fucking was a thief, she wouldn't come to my house.
Go to her house and steal shit.
Exactly.
Maybe I will.
I've only had one person steal something from my house. I don't even know who it was. Actually, it was just a party and somebody stole something. I had a Jaeger machine. My buddy owned a bar and they get free shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
And it was this big, super nice Jaeger machine, it lights up and you put 3 Jaeger bottles
I've
in
seen
it.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice. But who the fuck drinks Jaeger, right? And I was at the time, especially.
That's old school.
Who has money for 3 Jaeger bottles? Yeah.
Right.
Not I.
Not in that era.
I wouldn't waste my money on that even if I had it.
Exactly. But it had a really cool tap thing on it, like a bar tap thing. And somebody fucking took it. I had a party in my house. Somebody fucking stole it.
I had
The whole thing? Or
I had
Just the tap, but that was the coolest part. That's the only part I really wanted.
Yeah.
I had a friend who we were having a barbecue at my place, and one of my friends walked in my room to get something out of my room, and there was this dude that we used to hang out with who was going through my checkbook and had stolen some checks.
What the fuck?
Really?
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna write checks to himself or something?
Yeah. And then,
In college?
Yeah, and then turns out he had done it before, and he had cashed like $150 check like a few days before from my shit, and like my boys were like fucking heated.
Yeah.
Because this was after like a series of shit had gone missing at like multiple people's places. We threw a party, somebody at my friend's place, and somebody stole the fucking George Foreman machine.
Well, I mean,
That's
George Foreman.
that thing was fucking great. I just remember throwing frozen chicken breasts on that and like fucking going to do something for an hour and a half, and I'm like,
Let me-
they're overcooked, but I'll eat them.
Let me guess, no seasoning, huh?
No, fuck no, dude. straight from the Costco bag onto the fucking Foreman, dude.
delicious.
Yeah,
Delicious.
exactly.
Woo, this is spicy. All this char is spicy.
Ooh, that water is spicy.
Woo.
I missed the Foreman. I forgot about
But
that.
could you imagine like being that dude walking out of a party with a fucking because they're never clean.
He's probably a klepto, dude. Somebody who just wanted to steal some shit.
Stealing from people like that is so crazy. I don't even like being in somebody's bedroom or like their personal space when they're not there.
Me neither.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't
Yeah.
get a super or someone's like when they're trying to show you something in their room or whatever.
Y'all stay at the door.
Yeah, I literally like I kind of like inch in. Like I just
Yeah.
don't like being in.
You're just
somebody's
you're
space.
looking from the doorway like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, even my girlfriend lives with a friend of ours, and she was out of town, and I was hanging out with a friend, and then my girlfriend was gone, right? And we were fucking blacked out at like 4 a.m. or something, right? And I was like, I think I'm just going to sleep in her room. I'm not going to go home. I'm sleeping in her. And I text her because it felt uncomfortable when she's not there to sleep in her room, even though we've been dating for a year and a half.
Yeah, it does feel weird.
Just like, and I text her. She's like, no, you're fine, but still.
You're not fine.
Right.
That's a respect thing. I agree.
Yeah. Just like, I don't want to be in your space.
It's
Anybody.
like being at like a friend's house and saying, hey, you mind if I use your bathroom, as opposed to just going in there and shitting your brains out? It's just a considerate thing to do.
I mean, I would do that.
So would
go
I.
in there and use the facilities.
I remember that reminded me.
What do you need to do? Go out back?
Dude, I remember this was in PB a few years back when I was allegedly doing cocaine more often. And when it got to the point, I don't remember if it's like beginning of when I started allegedly doing cocaine or the middle, but there was a time frame there where as soon as I do it, I would have to shit like badly and it shit a lot, like it just an instant cleanse, if you will. And we were at this fucking party in an upstairs apartment, and I allegedly did a gacker, and all of a sudden I'm like, it was like, whoop, I got a shit. And I looked at my buddy and I'm like, hey dude, I got a shit bad and there's a bunch of people here. He's like, oh, they're fucking, you're getting ready to rent the apartment next door. It's completely empty. It was the greatest thing. I just walked in, no one in there, shut the door, blew my fucking ass out.
Yeah.
Oh, it was outstanding.
Luckily they had TP.
I've been in that situation though, and some fucking shitty, no pun intended.
I mean, Scoop had to use his own underwear in my bathroom once.
Yeah.
Sure the
Did you
fuck
toss
did.
him at the window?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Dude, I remember being at it was like fucking, I don't know, it was some big event downtown. I had to take a shit.
The worst.
And I had to fucking
The
take shit
worst,
in the
yeah.
bathroom, and it had no lock.
the
and the
worst.
door, like somebody pushed the door open, and he was drunk. He's like, hey man, check out this dude. I'm just looking at him. Bro, he's like, yeah, look at this guy. He's taking a
See,
shit.
who
He's
says
taking-
that?
I'm just like
who
come
does
on,
that?
man.
The worst. And those bathrooms, and this is any downtown or any bar scene or bar area. Those bathrooms are so fucking gross.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, man.
Even at the nice spots, they're disgusting. You got to go to a hotel.
Every once in a while, some bar or restaurant, or especially a hotel, you'll get the executive stall.
Yeah.
That's the one where it's floor to ceiling wall.
The one where Dom used to sleep?
Yeah, you'd take a long nap in one of those ones.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, every once in a while you get those good ones. But I've been in a situation where one bathroom that's the worst one probably in all of San Diego is the what is it, Cabo Cantina?
Oh God, yeah. Oh my.
This is like
Disgusting.
there's
Yeah, I've been in there.
there's one bathroom that's unisex and one that's women's only.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
It is the worst fucking bathroom in the fucking world.
The bar smells like sewer. Like it
It smells
legit.
like a homeless dude shit, and like the sun was just baking the shit all day.
They're gonna sue us in like 20
I know,
minutes.
right?
Slanderous. Or which one's the spoken one? Slander or
Slander,
libel
some
or-
shit.
Both.
Both.
But yeah, so I used to open all that when I was at that bar. I would open up a tab at Plum Crazy right next door.
Oh, I miss those days.
So I would have two tabs open, and I would go and I would be drinking that because nobody would ever go to Plum Crazy.
Avenue.
Avenue now, yeah. So it was all empty over there, and everybody would always be drinking over at Cabo. So I would just anytime I had to piss or shit or something like that, I would just go next door, order a shot, and then go to the bathroom, and then just come back to the other bar.
Perfect. It's
Yeah.
perfect. Chestnut checkers.
Yeah.
I would
You gotta
just
be smart
I
about your
would
shit.
really make a concerted effort to try to evacuate everything before going out to the bars.
But you can't control
know.
it sometimes, yeah.
Especially if you're on a bender. There's nothing like a couple of days of drinking. That last day or second, third day, whatever you're doing.
When your shit's just liquid anyway.
It's like
Buddy.
it's like a fucking fire hose.
Yeah, there
it
was
is.
once I was standing in a bar and I thought I had to fart, and it wasn't the worst. I've had worse before, but and I could just feel a little moisture. I thought it was a fart, and it just a little like, ooh, that's not.
Where you just clench your ass cheeks real quick.
Yeah,
That's when you gotta try
Exactly.
you gotta try to smear it so it doesn't get to your underwear.
Yeah, like, oh, I don't want that one getting out.
Yeah, I went to the bathroom, cleaned up real quick. I was like, ooh, that could have been terrible because I almost just let it fly. I didn't realize.
I know. I've probably told this story before, but we were at a bar. It was back when Moondoggies was still open in PB, and my brother's place was like 3 blocks away, and I had to take a shit, like an emergency one. Like I was sitting there, and I just had to fucking blow, and so I run to the bathroom, and there's only one stall in there, and the dude walks in right in front of me to the stall, and everybody else is in line for the urinal.
Rude.
And I'm thinking, all right, cool. Maybe he just has to piss. Like, there's always that.
Nope.
No, he fucking drops trow, and you see it. You see him sit down. I was like, oh fuck. So I run back to my brother's place, and his roommate was still there, and his door was always unlocked pretty much, so you could just walk in.
That's safe.
Yeah, no, right, especially in PB. Yeah. But usually somebody was always home, or they would just leave the back door open. So I run back, and I just fucking my brother's roommate's on the couch, and he sees me run across, and I just run into the bathroom and just explode. And it was like it was what's his name, Harry in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, for sure.
Just, yeah. And I had like the best fucking feeling in the world. I was like sweating and exhausted by the end of it.
But when you evacuate that, when it gets out of your system, you feel so fucking
yeah.
good.
Oh, so much
Yeah, like
better,
you just got off a 3-week cleanse.
Oh yeah.
You don't realize how bad you felt before. Yeah.
So I leave. I'm like, oh, good. So I'm good for the rest of the night. And then I come back. I go back home, and then I wake up the next morning, and my brother's like, hey, you got to come over and clean the bathroom. I'm like, what do you mean? And I had like shit. It was so like powerful of a spray that it had gotten under the toilet seat.
Yeah.
Not like under the rim. It was under the toilet seat.
Dude, I've seen that before. I'm like, how the fuck did this even happen?
Like, yeah, physics. Like
It's not possible,
it defied
dude.
physics. I had fucking Tony Hawked it, dude. It'd come up and just fucking.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Disgusting.
From a mathematical standpoint, it's
Oh, yeah,
literally
no.
not possible.
And it wasn't like it was on the backside where like it was me like going to sit down and firing off the back.
Yeah.
It was like on the sides and in the front. It's just, I don't know how it fucking happened.
You should have went back over there and top shelved him for that disrespect. You clean it up, bitch.
Upper decker.
Upper decker.
This isn't my
Block his
toilet,
number.
asshole.
Right? New phone. Who dis?
Like if someone upper decked you, they shit in the bowl. You
Yeah,
know,
the tank.
The tank. I mean, you have to replace the toilet, right? Like you can't keep that thing.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not. It's,
If it lingered in there for long enough, it's just gonna dissolve, and then it'll be just fucking shit
brown
water.
Just throw some bleach in there.
Yeah, that'll kill it. I guess.
Have you ever had to clean up human shit before?
Probably at some point.
Not your own human shit.
Someone else's not.
yeah, but like a homeless guy. What are you talking about?
I was working at a grocery store when I was in high school. I was like 16, 17 years old. And somebody shit on the fucking floor.
Yeah, I've
And I had
seen
to- I had
shit
to
in
clean it
restrooms
up.
where I'm like, well, how the fuck?
I heard of that,
So
and then like
rude.
he's like, dude, I just quit. It's like
So rude.
I quit.
You had to clean it up?
Yeah. That was rough.
What'd you clean it up with?
His bare hands.
I had like the gloves, like the latex gloves, and I had paper towels. And I just remember like the squish feeling that I had when I
Nah,
like
yeah.
went to like, because it was like a fucking soft serve.
See, it's dude,
It was
like
so
dog
fucking
shit's
awful.
one thing, but fucking human feces, dude.
Oh, dude, I gagged immediately.
yeah, I would have. I just gagged at the
immediately.
thought of it.
Well, it smells different. It's not the same
It's
thing.
not
No.
everybody likes their own brand.
No, I don't want my
I-
shit.
I don't-
When I get doo-doo, if I'm wiping my ass and I get doo-doo like on the tip of my finger, I want to cut my whole arm
Yeah,
off.
it's true.
Like you
grab a machete.
like your own bread.
I was just talking smell. Like,
Oh yeah, well that's true. But
No, I'm not saying like people are picking up their shit out of the toilet.
yeah, it's like dude, it's the worst feeling. I wash my hand like 5 fucking times.
How often does that happen?
I mean, once a day, twice a day.
That's why I said
No,
that.
but I'm saying when it does happen, or like maybe the toilet paper breaks or something, and you like fuck.
I'm a big fan of the wipes, dude. We've talked about it. I like
It's
the
not
wipes.
healthy, Bradley. It's bad for you.
But I
but if they
maintain
are-
good butthole health.
But if the girl's gonna eat your ass, sure, give it a.
Oh,
give it a
That,
go.
oh, that's what I was going to ask you earlier. I could present this to all of us. At what point do you actually ponder, like start thinking before you eat ass? Because if you're thinking like,
If you're drunk, no.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying, dude. Like it could have been 4, 5, 6 hours since she showered or you showered.
Nah, it's always like freshly showered. It's just
Yeah, but I'm
saying.
saying his wasn't. That's what got me thinking.
Yeah,
about
when it was
that.
like, yeah, we're in the Uber. I was
Yeah.
like, bro, that was probably like 7 hours.
Like where there's like
She
little
took a dookie
little
at the
like
bar.
the little pills from the underwear, like the little like panty pills, like from the laundry or in your fucking mouth.
a chunk of toilet paper.
It's fucking happened, dude. I've read stories on the interwebs that people have talked about that.
Even on the vagina, like you've seen toilet paper on the vagina or like around,
so
and you're just down
And
there.
you know it's not bad.
I got one in my mouth a couple months ago.
Did you really?
Yeah, little like ball of toilet
Oh.
paper. And
That girl would get an overhand right.
dude, I was trying to spit it out, but like not make it obvious. So I'm like licking, but like,
Yeah. Because here's the thing too is like you wouldn't the consistency, you wouldn't lick toilet paper without anything on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just a fucking horrible thought to have toilet paper in your mouth
so
on
it's
its own.
Dry,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
dry.
Yeah, and like the way it gets like soggy and
Yeah.
it starts
Disgusting.
flaking off. Now just imagine with just vag on it. Like vag has been sitting there.
But so you did like 8-hour ass eating. It was like 8 hours ripe.
Maybe, I don't know.
She went to the gym before.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, it'd have to be pretty fresh to me. I even just eating pussy sometimes. Like
See, that doesn't bother me as
if
much.
she was out doing something and then she's like, comes over. I'm like,
Yeah, but you've gotten your dick sucked before where you were shocked
Oh,
that she even
days.
got near it.
Yeah, oh,
That's
damn. Like, you're
dude.
really going to go down there?
hey, woo! Smell those onions, girl. Days. I don't give a fuck. Suck
Yeah.
that dick.
The dick is external though. It's so much different.
It's external. It's like licking a finger.
That shoot shit out of it.
Days. I don't give a fuck.
I think we should fucking end on the eating toilet paper out of
Yeah.
ass and pussy.
It
note.
always devolves into eating shit and pussy and all.
Dude, there was a comment on YouTube that the last 2 shows have gone straight into within 10 minutes have gone into us fucking another dude. And that was the thing I was like, oh yeah, he's right. He was like, damn, that was quick. Last 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's just gonna happen more and more now.
that escalated quickly. I like how we've established though that the way to get back at your ex is to fuck her, dude.
If somebody,
That's gonna be a thing.
actually does that, please tell us.
Yeah, video.
Or it didn't happen.
Pixar
Or
it didn't happen.
Yeah. But video and like half of it cut off, so you can't see your.
And you have to get her
Yeah.
reaction.
Oh yeah, mandatory. Paul Logan here.
Yeah.
And if you guys have show ideas, I want to
Yeah.
get everyone involved a little more. Like if you guys have, because we were doing Why Do Bitches, Ask and Taste the Gentlemen, and I think we should get some more of those because those are kind of fun.
We should, yeah. Well, if you guys have like theme ideas, like something we could do for a full show, questions, whatever.
Yeah. I was thinking about one where people could just tell their worst stories of being dumped.
I have a few of those, or not dumb, but I have a few. Like this guy sent an email about getting divorced. It was funny, but it was so long-winded, and then I just started feeling bad.
What, as you're reading it?
Yeah, I was like, dude, like you just got to get over this.
How about an episode where you give us your ex's phone number when we call her?
Oh yeah.
We need to. We talked about it last show, but we definitely got to get some entertaining chicks on the show.
Oh yeah. So I thought we talked about the end of last show. I talked to that Marine girl. She wants to come on. She's actually really cool and fucking hilarious. Ball busting. Holy shit.
Well, that's good. It'll be perfect for us then.
Yeah, she's perfect. So
Yeah.
she wants to come on and we can talk. We can ask girl questions, of course. But I want to get
So,
the
do you like
insight.
dick?
Yeah.
So, what do you think of penis?
Like her first comment was like, "Oh, you're pretty tall. How's that dick looking?" Like the first time we talked, I was like, "All right, you're cool."
You're okay in my book.
Yeah. But I wanted to talk to her about what it's like being a girl in the Marines. Just the thirst. I know that it's so much crazier than we think.
I think so too.
Yeah, and I just want to know like how crazy it gets.
Yeah.
Like how much dick is just being...
It just thrown at you. Just grade A, grade D, grade F dick, fucking grade B.
Z-list celebrities.
Z-list celebrities, just dicks are coming at you. You got to dodge them. Fucking
Closeted gays still trying to throw
still.
dick at
I mean,
you.
they're just trying to fuck you so that they don't look gay.
Yeah.
So,
it's just nonstop.
what you're saying
Chicks
is...
with dicks trying to fuck you.
Might as well lesbian. They're mashing cooters.
So you're saying that the military is all about dodging bullets and dick.
Yeah, 100%.
Probably more about dodging dick at this point.
Yeah, dodging dick, bullets, and NJPs. Y'all know what's up if you're in the military.
All right, well, hit us up
Yeah.
with
okay.
ideas and such. And as far as we're concerned, let's drop this fucking E and get out of fucking Dodge. Ziggs,
Let's
you ready?
fucking drop that.
Ziggs, are you ready? You ready, buddy?
Oh, he's all excited.
He's so
Are
excited.
you ready?
He's trying to swipe right.
The mic?
He's choking on something.